Giggles, Petunia and Nutty are the only main characters with markings on the top of their heads. During seasons 1 and 2, Giggles and Nutty are never seen with their marking going down the back of their heads, apart from Nutty in just one scene from ICU, but this seems to be an error because we can see his belly marking on his back. When the TV series came, they had markings on the back of their heads, with the exceptions to this being errors. Petunia also has the same marking going down the back of her head during the TV series, but unlike Giggles and Nutty, multiple times Petunia is seen with her head marking going down the back of her head during seasons 1 and 2. Here is every time that she is seen with one of these head markings. The first episode where we can see a head marking is in Petition Impossible. Petunia is playing at Lumpy's carnival stand, and we get a view of her from behind when the mole moves towards her. This marking reuses the marking that is on the front of her head, but instead for the back of her head. The second time is in Staying Alive. When Petunia turns to look at Disco Bear, it seems like the marking on the front of her head was copied 3 times, and are going down in a line to the bottom of her head. The next episode to have a marking is in Hide and Seek. We get a view from the back of Petunia's head when she sees Flaky. The marking is just like Petition Impossible, reusing the marking from the front of her head. Next in Flippin' Burgers, Flippy presses Petunia's head on the grill twice. This marking is quite interesting because around her ears there is 2 points on both sides, and lower down becomes a straight line. Like her marking on the front of her head, it is outlined with a different shade of blue. After that, it remains to be seen, Petunia becomes a zombie, and before Petunia turns to look at Flippy, we can see that she has a simple thick line, with again an outline with a different shade of blue. The last episode to have a marking during seasons 1 and 2 is in Ski Patrol, which was in the Winter Break DVD that released in 2005. Petunia gets thrown off a ski lift, but just before she hits the side of a cliff, it's hard to see, but she has multiple arrows going up from the bottom of her head to the top. It's clear that the creators wanted Petunia to have a marking going down the back of her head, but they could not decide on how it should look. Only when they were making the TV series, they finally decided on how it should look. There were a few times where she did not have a marking during seasons 1 and 2, but this probably happened due to time restraints. And this new marking of course was used for Giggles and Nutty as well. Thanks for watching. I know that this video is unlike my others, but I just wanted to talk about these markings, and putting it in a normal fact video would be too long. But if you enjoyed, please leave me a like, and a comment would be greatly appreciated.